Hey yo, this is Musa Major, and make sure you subscribe to www.heritagehiphop.com.
What's up, everybody out there? This is Karel from Heritage Hip Hop, and I'm very excited to bring you this interview, because this is like a family interview right here. And I don't call too many people fam, and I don't call too many people friends, so please pay attention to this interview, because this interview is going to change your life. Introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, people? I go by the name Musa Major, man. Born and raised Brick City, Newark, New Jersey.
All right, so let's get to them. First, thank you for the interview. I appreciate this.
My pleasure.
And I pray this goes the way we want it to go.
Right.
So here we go. Who's Musa Major, and what makes him influential in hip hop? Period.
That's a general question, man. I think I'm a lot of things. But I'm unique, man. I'm me. I don't try to be anything that I'm not, and I think that's the most important. Like I make no attempt to be like another individual. All I can be is Musa Major, man. And yeah, man, Musa Major, man. I'm just me, man. I'm a unique individual. You know, my life experience has built me up to be who I am, and I think, man, I'm a man of impeccable character, and I try to, you know, stay morally correct. I try to treat people properly, man. I'm just trying to be a good human being, man. That's my life's mission. And as far as hip hop, I think, you know, what I've been through in my life, so many people can relate. And I think just by me sharing my story, I can touch like so many different people in so many walks of life. I've been to prison. I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. I went to college. So it's not too many people that I can't, you know, relate to. And in my music, like I try to present that to the people. I try to share my stories and my experiences with the people, and in hopes that they can relate, and maybe I can aid them in getting through some of the experiences that they might share with me. But like I said, all I can be is myself. All I can give you is me. And if, you know, what I've been through can help you out along your, you know, your road or your path in your life, then that's what I try to do with my music, and that's what I'm about.
Well, that's the point of why I really wanted to do this, because if somebody listens to your music, they'll know that you're deeper than the average person who puts rhymes together.
Right.
And also, in understanding a man's journey, especially a man of color's journey in this country,
right,
a person will understand that when you listen to the words, not only is there feeling there, not only is there story there, there's depth. And that's something that's really missing in hip-hop today. It's emotional depth, soul, and a message.
Right.
And that's what I got from your project, Prisoner to President.
Right.
So let's talk about the things that you said. How did Newark, New Jersey, Brick City, influence you as an MC and as a man in total?
It's like a rich culture here, man. You know, contrary to what, you know, most people might think on the outside, what I've experienced growing up is like a sense of community in my neighborhood, camaraderie. It wasn't the best neighborhood, so you seen a lot, you went through a lot, and I think character is built up like through life experiences. So being that I've seen a lot, I experienced a lot. I come from a single parent home. My father was around. He wasn't too much involved in, you know, as far as being a dad. You know, going to school and having to deal with gang violence. It was like everything around me just kind of molded me and prepped me to kind of deal with what, you know, lied ahead for me in my life. I just feel like if you can survive and make it here in Newark, New Jersey, you pretty much prepared for anything that, you know, life can throw at you. But I mean, I love this place, man. It made me who I am. I think had I grown up somewhere else, I wouldn't be the man that I am. And you know, people can think what they want about my city, but I love my city. And now my mission is to help as many people as I can, you know, right here in my own city.
And how did that influence your hip hop?
I mean, it just gives me, like, me when I write music, I don't really try. When I say try, I don't try to portray a particular thing. Everything just comes from my heart. And like I said, growing up in this environment, going through what I went through in my life, that's all I can rap about. That's all I can share with the people. So growing up in Newark, everything I speak is factual. It's from real life. So my life experiences basically, you know, gave me what it is I say on these tracks. There's nothing made up. Everything is authentic. So like I said, had I not grown up in this place, had I not experienced what I experienced, I wouldn't be able to share these things with you, you know, on the record. Because I can't tell you about anything that's that I didn't go through. I can't tell you about being a kingpin. I can't tell you about popping pills. I can't tell you about nothing, besides what I've been through. So I mean, my life experience has been shaped by this city. So it affects my music in a huge way.
I love that about your music because, like I said, emotional depth is what makes an artist great instead of just making them a creator.
Right.
The artists that give emotional depth has been like Andre 3000, Scarface,
Right.
even Coogee Rap on the streets of New York.
Right.
Talks about how a single mother can't take no more, so she buys a whole bottle of sleeping pills, takes 24.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that gives you like there's a pain there.
Yeah.
So when an artist brings that realism to the microphone and it shows and is groomed through sound, the orator that gives the message becomes more alive. How important is it for you not only to give the message, but to deliver something that can be felt by the listener and the person who takes time to enjoy and respect your music?
I think, man, and I tell a lot of MCs or rappers this: when you decide to make music and disseminate it to the people, that comes with a certain level of responsibility. Now, as an MC and as somebody who demand the ears, of the people, you have to entertain if that's your purpose. But at the same time, I feel like you have to educate. So you can't just entertain and feed people the negativity without dropping jewels on them sometimes. So I feel like it's my responsibility as a man first and foremost, but as an MC to kind of bring something positive or bring something beneficial to the people. Even if I make a song that may rock in the club, if you listen closely, I'm dropping some jewels. I feel like every time I share something with the people, I gotta leave them with something that they could benefit from, something that they can use and apply to their lives. And like I said, as an MC, I feel like that's the obligation for us all.
Alright, well, I mean, Nina Simone once said that the artist's duty is to reflect the times in which they're making art in. So if we're at war, people should have songs about war.
I agree.
Either you're for it or you're not.
Right.
If you have in a time of great joy, you should have a lot of love in your
Right.
music. If you're in a time of struggle, portray the struggle so people can understand where you're coming from.
Right.
It was once said that people are known for the music in which they create. By the music that is created in today's time, how do you define your people and where do you want them to go?
See me, I probably, so many people that make music, I probably only have access to a small portion of that. I'm not familiar with everybody that make music, but if I turn on the radio and I go by what I hear, when I turn on the radio, or if I go by what I see on social media, what's at the forefront on social media, it's like my people, we're like in a dark place. If you ask me, it's a lot of syrup drinking, pill popping, obsessed with money and materialistic things. I think now hip hop has to transition, back to where it started. It was a period of time where it was cool to have some level of intellect. It was cool to be smart. And I think it has to shift back to, being okay to be positive or okay to be intellectual again. Because now, a lot of people listen to hip hop, and if you actually saying something and I don't want to, I don't want to hear that. I mean, but I think we just have to transition back to the essence, where it started from. And I'm not saying I'm upset with, the state of hip hop, because hip hop goes through these transitions. I've seen it
all the time.
I've seen it during my brief life. So I'm confident that everything will kind of shift back to to the essence. But it's the older people's responsibility now, and I think that's the problem with like a lot of young rappers. Who do you have to look up to say I should have did it like that? Because when you listen to like a older MC or older hip hop head, all they doing is speaking bad about the young kids. And if you speaking bad about these young kids making this music about this, that, third, they're not gonna respect anything you saying. But I don't knock the rappers nowadays. I'm not upset with the state of hip hop. I just think what I can bring to hip hop will kind of help shift it back, to the way it was cry it, you know what I'm saying, in its essence, in its origin.